Do you feel the pressure to grow your business, but doing so feels a bit like drowning? Welcome to Slow Growth Business, the show for business owners and leaders to quiet the noise and lead your business to success, one day at a time, slow and steady. If you feel your business is running you and you're ready to run it, you've come to the right place. Now, here are your hosts, business coaches Jimmy DeGroat and me, Kyle Bullock.
Well, we haven't done this in a while now, have we?
What are we doing?
This is a podcast.
What? What?
This is
What
our
is that?
podcast, the Slow Growth Business Podcast.
We have a podcast?
And we're doing it in December. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I love it. Well, we don't have any corporate sponsors, so we don't have to hold to any rigid schedules. So
No.
we're doing them as the need arises.
Well, what are we going to talk about here in the middle of December? What on earth is there to talk about in December about retail?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, you and I we meet with one-on-one with clients. And by the way, if you're interested in that, we're willing to talk with you. If you're interested in growing your sales, what's our average that we've helped people make? Isn't it something like 75 grand or something?
Yeah, on average right now, we've helped our one-on-one clients grow their gross profit by $75,000 in about 6 months.
Sweet. All right. That's a little pat on our backs.
Yeah, I'd say.
But okay, so today it's a trend that we've been noticing, and let's talk about it, because that soft, comfortable, squishy little middle of average sales is kind of disappeared a little bit here in the last few months, hasn't it? Or last year?
The November numbers that we're seeing are down in transactions, and almost all of them are from midline sales. We cite midline sales being the middle class. And in jewelry, that would be $500 to a $1,500 sale.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I would say that there's a couple of big reasons for that. In the world of jewelry that we are often, almost always in, there's really hard to find products right now that would retail for $500 to $1,500.
Yeah. With gold being right around $4,000 an ounce, right?
Yeah. It is what it is. The other reason is that people who didn't have a whole lot of disposable income a couple of years ago really don't have it now. I kind of suspect that Black Friday through Cyber Monday, there were some upticks, people taking advantage of really good deals and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? I was watching Good Morning America. I was watching the local news, and they did shots in front of Best Buy and Walmart and things like that, or the typical big lines we would see. Those big lines weren't there anymore for that Black Friday stuff. So
yeah, no one's doing them. No one's doing them, and plus they're all going now to Cyber Monday, and they extend Cyber Monday for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what we're seeing in a lot of retail for a lot of our businesses is a slowdown in traffic or a slowdown in buying customers. So people who are seeing an uptick in traffic, it's often in categories and areas that aren't super profitable, like service categories and things like that.
Right.
And that can cause some people to be concerned. I haven't seen this being a long-term trend yet, so I'm not freaking out about it. But I also don't see it changing super quickly.
Okay. All right. So should we freak out?
Yeah. Probably.
I've never heard that from you before. Let's freak out.
You know what? I joke about, I'm self-deprecating to a point here, that I'm a big data nerd.
I know you are.
And we all can joke about that. But there is something about it that I can appreciate, as I have been taught that you don't freak out if 1 month you're off. You see a trend in 3 months. If you see something happening for 3 consecutive months, that indicates a trend.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can make a proactive decision on what you're going to do for the other 9 months of the year. It's the data nerd.
You know what though? I got to stop you there, because one of the things that I've really learned in working with you, and because you're a data nerd, and my buddy Larry used to be a data nerd, there's comfort in data, even if the news isn't great, because then you don't have to react emotionally. You don't have to freak out. You can plan, you can forecast. And I think that's kind of neat. So my advice to anybody out there who's listening, who freaks out, to dive into the data. And the data, I think there's always comfort there somehow. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've learned that over a long time. And if you're not a data person and you don't like math, I get that. You don't need to. Just listen to those who are.
Mm-hmm.
And typically, my experience has been the ones who are the wisest are usually the most temperate. They're not excited by highs and lows.
Right.
They're just pretty even keel.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling that right now. Still, people might be wondering, what am I going to do in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
How am I going to start off next year? How's this going to change my future? Because data can make you comfortable about what's happening around you to a point, but we're also human.
Right. And when I say comfortable, I don't mean satiated. I mean comfortable knowing that I can zig or zag, or I can plan. That's what I mean by comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, Roswell, New Mexico, is that Roswell behind you? Because, man, that's awfully, Courier and Ives looking right there.
Yeah. I've never seen my hometown look like that. Not in the desert.
This is very, very, very Appleton, Wisconsin right now. So,
no, if this was Roswell, New Mexico, you'd see people in t-shirts and tank tops.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. So, all right. So what should we be doing? How should we merchandise our stores? What should we be showing right now? And right now, of course, Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Should we be doing anything instantly right now, do you think?
I would make no reactionary decisions in December. As a rule, I try not to. I think administratively in retail, for administration, it's kind of a boring month.
Yeah.
There's no big swings that you could take right now.
Right.
You should have already set things up for the fourth quarter. If you haven't, you're not going to now.
Yeah. The ship has already sailed.
December for admin and management, in my mind, for retail, is about planning for 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing sales goals for our clients, our one-on-one clients right now. We're helping them put together marketing goals for next year. We're not even talking about 2025 right now.
Yeah.
If I'm a salesperson or I'm a manager who's living each day on the sales floor with people, I just live in the moment, enjoy what you've got.
Yeah.
And you're full of some great ideas on how to do that, Jimmy.
Well, I love what you were saying this morning in our meeting, and that's push into the bigger pieces, push into the items that are twice your average retail, and just look at your average retail, and if we look at people that are truly great salespeople, good jewelry, sales professionals, they're bold. They're not afraid to push into even a no response. They're not afraid to show the big stuff. They're excited about it, and they're okay to go down from there if people say no to that. But you know what? Gosh darn it, they're going to take a swing at the yes on this thing. And I mean, if I were giving any advice, it's your advice from that meeting, and that is show those pieces, make sure they're out, get them out of the safe if they're in the safe. If they're in the safe unmounted, put them in something to get them out on the show floor. Because frankly, if we don't see it, we're not going to sell it.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is make sure that your special pieces, your double your average retail like priced pieces, look like there's something special. Look like they're, the cream of the crop in the middle of your showcase with a nice display and a nice sign, that type of thing, with a nice suite of matching and go with items around that. That's something you could be doing right now if it's a little lull. Push into that and edify and encourage your salespeople to to do outreaches with people about those items.
Yeah. One last thing I can think about. This is a human habit of us. We tend to cling on to negativity pretty quick, and we don't see positivity very easily. So the negative outweighs positive. They say you have to have like 10 pieces of good news to overcome one bad news. That happens, I've noticed, at holidays pretty easily, because the holidays can also drum out of people conflict or grief. This is the first holiday without so-and-so, or I don't like my family, so I'm away from so-and-so. So holidays have a tendency to do that. Then we on the show floor start to pick up on every negative and sad story that comes through the door. And I'm not saying you shouldn't care empathetically about those stories. You should. But sometimes you got to watch this. Those things can overshadow everyone's opinion of the holidays. And by the time you get to the end, everyone's just like, this is a sad holiday. It's also really enjoyable.
Debbie Downer clip from SNL here.
I mean, it's really important for leaders to be the cheerleader of the holiday.
Yeah.
And it can do it in all kinds of ways. By lunch, have Christmas cookies delivered, hire that ridiculous singing telegram to come in and perk up your staff. Make one memory this holiday with your team at the store, at the business, so that they leave with a fun and happy memory.
Yeah.
You can have both tragic stories come in the door and happy ones, and they both matter.
Yeah.
I just don't want the sad ones to overshadow our opinions of the holidays, so that we get to the end and we go, well, everybody's broke this holiday and it's really, really sad out there and the world is falling apart and the politics are awful. Yeah, we know all that. Also, there's some cool stuff too, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we first of all, we get to work inside. We get to dress fairly nicely. It's pretty warm in there, and I mean, those are just kind of the basics, Maslow's hierarchy of needs kind of things.
The stuff that up in Wisconsin you care about this time of year. Out here in New Mexico, we were like, man, I wish I was outside. It's so nice.
Listen, though, I did a little podcast a couple of years ago with a young man, and he walked into a jewelry store because he was tired of working outside. I want to work inside. That was his main motivation. He's the superstar salesperson and manager of this store.
That is great.
This is a small thing. So I bring it up because it has come up in reality before. But it's so true. I would always make it a goal to, yes, your legs are sore, your backs are sore. You lovely, beautiful women walking around in heels. God bless you. You are my heroes. I'd bring in a chair massage, sometimes closer to Christmas. Another thing that I would do is try to have fun with like lunches. Like one lunch was going to be sushi. Next was going to be like lemongrass, Thai cuisine, that type of thing. Non-traditional Christmassy kind of stuff, because all our vendors are sending us the big sweet sugar bombs, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I would always push against that, and I would have fun trying to have fun with my team. And hey, that's a pretty darn good goal, isn't it?
I think so.
Have fun trying to have fun.
If you take anything from this podcast, everyone, enjoy the holiday.
Yeah.
Don't be reactive. If you're in admin, start thinking about 2026. If you're in sales or on the daily show floor, enjoy. Be positive. Be empathetic and grounded. But enjoy this moment, even if it's not going exactly the way that you think it could or should.
Right.
It will be what it will be.
Yeah.
And you've done everything you can thus far to prepare for it. So let it happen.
And I have one piece of advice for, especially if you're a leader. My goal would be to support your team. Support. Okay. So you're going to be wrapping the package. You're going to be talking to the customer. You're going to be taking care of things that need to be taken care of while the people that you pay and that are great salespeople for you do the things that they need to and want to be doing. So you're the person that kind of takes a real support position. And I love that kind of stuff. I call it shaking hands and kissing babies, but it's more of you're out there for them. And then there's one other thought that I was listening to as I was listening to a great book called Setting the Table. And he said, our most important person is not our investors. It's not our customers. It's our people. Because when those people are taken care of and happy, everything else falls into place. Profitability, investors, everybody's happy, but our people have to be happy first. So sorry for the long-winded thing, but the things that I say and that we say are substantially supported by facts and data and other professionals.
Hey,
Have a
happy
great
holidays,
Christmas, guys.
everybody.
Yeah. Woo!
We hope you leave this episode a little better than when you first began. If you'd like more resources to grow your business slow, steady, and consistently, check out our on-demand video catalog at trainretail.com. Or if you have a question or frustration we can help address in your business, write to us about it. We love to help solve big, ugly problems. So hit us up at kyle@trainretail.com or jimmy@trainretail.com. Good luck out there, and we will see you next time.